الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان يوم الدين. I will go over, brothers and sisters, to a certain program or certain reminders of various activities that you and I can practice during these 10 days, starting Sunday evening, subject to the moon sighting, in order to get the maximum reward of these 10 days and various activities. First of all, Salat al-Fajr, you make sure you pray it Jama'ah in the masjid, and all the Jama'ah prayers, you make sure you pray them in the masjid. Prior to Salat al-Fajr, wake up earlier and pray 2 rak'ahs of tahajjud. Before the adhan of Fajr, 10 minutes or so, utilize that time asking, these are the moments of istighfar, asking Allah for forgiveness before the adhan of Fajr. Those who wish to fast during these 10 days, fasting is a blessing from Allah Almighty. And I remind you and myself, fasting the day of Arafat, Allah will forgive you the past and this year. After Salat al-Fajr, those of you who can stay in the masjid, stay reading Quran, remembering Allah Almighty, and stay till sunrise. 10 or 15 minutes after sunrise, pray 2 rak'ahs. As per the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad said, if someone prays the Fajr in the masjid and stays to remember Allah inside the masjid, waits till the sunrise, 10 or 15 minutes, the 2 rak'ahs are equal to Hajj and Umrah, complete. Reading Quran, we have 10 days. So if you and I read only 3 parts of the Quran on daily basis, this means we can finish Quran in these 10 days. This is reading. Also, listening to Quran counts the same thing. Utilize your time in driving from one place to another or during traffic jams to start listening to Quran, and have your intention in that listening of Quran to be rewarded from Allah Almighty, and Allah will reward you also, not only reading, also listening to Quran. التكبير في كل الأوقات. As I mentioned to you when I said Ibn Abbas and Abu Hurairah used to walk around the marketplace reminding people to say Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. By saying it aloud or making people around you listen to you, you will be rewarded. Why is the reward so high? The difference, brothers and sisters, in the month of Ramadan, for example, the whole community is in the mood of Ramadan. So remembering Allah is automatic because 1 month of continuous training and people are fasting. So this is natural for them. But in these days, people are not aware of remembering Allah Almighty. So you become a minority among the thousands of masses around you by being singled out by Allah Almighty in remembering Allah. And as we know it in Islam, scarcity or whatever something is rare, this means it has a greater reward. So when you see yourself remembering Allah and reminding people around you to remember Allah, Allah will grant you a reward that cannot be calculated because you are different and you are unique among the thousands of people around you who are not aware of remembering Allah Almighty. Another point, al-udhiyah, qurbani, many of you have it. Remember that every single hair you are rewarded by Allah with hasanah. And hasanahs, as I said, in these 10 days are multiplied by 700 folds. Connecting with your family members and relatives. As you and I understand how important these 10 days are, it is important that you let people around you to be aware of them. Distant cousins, people, send them messages reminding them about these days. Send them lectures. Send them the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. Why is it important to remember Allah? And let those people around you to be aware of how important these days are. Sadaqah, charity, make it a habit to give for the sake of Allah, because everything you give is multiplied by 700 folds. Dua, prayers are accepted, and choose the times, especially between adhan and iqamah, before fajr prayer, between the prayers and iqamah, the middle of the night and the last part of the. Ask Allah Almighty what you need for yourself and the family and the Muslim community around you. The final point is that also to teach the family around you about the importance of these days, the children about remembering Allah and the actions that we can do. One aspect that also, which I myself, I started doing, I don't wait for this information since I've learned it today. Since I knew that the 10 days of the Hijjah are coming, I started listening to lectures about the importance of the 10 days of the Hijjah. While you educate yourself, you motivate yourself, this gives you a strong momentum. So when you start, you will start strong, not cold like other people. And last, usually on the day of Arafat, everybody is fasting. Switch the television on and see the activity of Hajj. People in Arafat, the Saudi television and Kuwait and other television. Put it on your TV screen at home and let the children and the family watch what's going on. And I think the Saudi channel, their English channel, they have it also narrated in English what is going on and meeting people. And in order to live out the experience of the Arafat, where Allah Almighty comes to the sky of this world and showing to the angels that these people, I will forgive all of them. So having these emotions in that important day, I ask Allah Almighty for you and me to take these 10 days seriously and to be winners in this dunya and the hereafter.